Ground Railroad Radio. This is your host, Brother Rich. I'm with Dick Gregory, the legend. How you doing, brother?
I'm fantastic and getting better. And thank you to family and all your listeners.
Okay, now, brother. I brought you on this show today. I want to get your opinion. I want to get your advice. Me being a younger brother, just some advice on how to move from an elder who's done it great out here. We have this situation, Brother Dick Gregory. Gentleman name is Eric Gardner. I believe his name is Eric Gardner. Choked to death out on Staten Island. Choked to death by a police officer who was seeking to arrest him, and they said he was resisting arrest. I want to know, brother, why did this happen, and what can we do to avoid this, brother? I brought you on the show. I want to hear from somebody who has some wisdom, not somebody who, just has some knowledge. We listen to you, brother, and we look at you as somebody who has wisdom, brother. We need to know, what can we do to prevent this, and what should we do about this, brother? I'll give you the floor.
Let me back up a minute.
All right.
We, black folks in America, is the only people on the planet that went through the filth and all the corruption, from being raped to being castrated to being lynched, all of that. Nobody has gone through that and decided to opt for education instead of liberation. That's the problem. Now, we can't blame that on white folks. That's what we decided we wanted. When George Washington was fighting them British, they wasn't fighting the British so they could open up a college. What did they say? Give me liberty or give me death? Or did they say, give me a college or give me death? Huh? Okay? And so when you stop and think about a person with 27 doctor's degrees and $10,000 in the bank, they don't care if you have all that money. They know you're not liberated, and you'll tolerate anything from them. You ever see cops grab white boys and white boys fight them back? That's what a liberated person does. Why you pulling on me? What is this about? And let me ask you this. When is the last time you turned on TV and saw a white family crying and screaming and howling because a black cop, we got thousands of black cops, had shot the brother, the mother, or the father in the head 42 times and planted a gun on him? When the last time you seen that? So you think you don't see it because black cops are more spiritual? You think you don't see it because black cops are better trained? No. They got enough sense to know that white folks ain't going to tolerate it. Okay? It's that simple. Okay? Now, watch this. I'm 83 years old, right?
Right.
And all the black folks that's listening to this show now, how many of them you think can say that they've been told by black men how many times white cops have taken their nightstick and hit their car? You know any brothers and told you that white racist cop took his nightstick and hit my car? Anybody ever told you that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. My brother has told me that a while ago. Not recently, but a while ago.
Well, let me just say this here. I'm 83 years old. I know more black folks than most. I ain't never had nobody tell me that. So you one of the odd ones. They don't mess with your car, okay? Because why? They know you won't tolerate it, okay? You hear me? And there's black folks listening to you that some of them, that's the first time they heard what you just said. Okay? Now, white cops aren't trained to leave your car alone. They know when they touch your car, something comes over you that comes over a black mother when you mess with her baby. Okay? Mother jack up the car to change the tire. The phone rings. She go in there, and she come back out, and the baby then hit the jack in the car. Does that mother pick that car up? Okay? All right? We call our woman strong. She's a strong sister. You ever heard black men say that?
Yeah.
Call the woman strong and call his car beautiful. Man, I want you to see this beautiful car I got. Come on now. Huh? That's what happens when you are educated but not liberated. Huh? Give me liberty or give me death. That's what the cry was. They didn't cry. And so if you driving down the street today and you got $42 million in the bank, you got you a brand new Rolls Royce, and you hear a siren, and you look and see that police car light flashing, without even knowing it, you squeeze the steering wheel. You ain't got nothing to do with it. And then when that cop car passed by you, you say, thank God. Thank God for what? They wasn't after you. Huh?
Right.
Now, how do you turn that around when you don't even know it's there? Hmm? This system that taught black men that the black woman is ugly, and it taught the black woman that she's ugly. Now, just people listen to me and I say, not me. Oh, come on, y'all, come on. The bad part about it is you don't know it. Do you know a black American woman is the only woman on the planet that go to a place called a beauty parlor? Huh? Everybody else around the world call it a hair salon. Huh? If I came to your house, we're going to collaborate on a play, and I have something wrong with my, you take me to the eye doctor. I have something wrong, you take me to the ear doctor. Huh? I have something with my eyes, you take me to the eye doctor, the nose doctor. Why am I going to a beauty parlor? Because I've been convinced I am not beautiful. Now, we don't know this, huh? When your father, when you was a little boy, and your mother, or you said to your little boy, be careful when you go out, there's a lot of white racist cops. It's to be careful. Don't talk too fast. Don't talk too loud. But hey, anytime you teach a child, not made by Sears and Roebuck, but made by the same universal God that made the monster, anytime you teach that child to behave because somebody is filthy, that's a violation of God, man. You just taught that child in their subconscious mind that there's something wrong with them. Because no child would ever believe somebody that loves me would make me act like I'm wrong and they right. That's what it's about, man. Okay? Now, how do you unwind that, huh? I remember when I was a little boy, the police, you and your brother, one of the police beat up one of you. You know what they say? Oh, kill one. Thank God I didn't kill both of y'all. Did you hear me? Thank God they didn't kill both of y'all, huh? And so if we would have looked at them on that corner, pull him out the car and beat the car, man, it would be rumbles all over this country in the black community, huh? You hear me? See, black folks, white folks don't know us. They know what we want them to know of us. They don't know us, man. For instance, when the word nigger came up, huh? And there was no debate. First, there was not one black person in the room that made that decision. Did you know that?
No.
Is that kind of weird?
Yeah.
Not one black person in the room that made that decision. Okay? Now, did you see the movie Django Unchained?
Yeah, I seen it, yeah.
You see how many times they use nigger in it?
Yeah.
Did you see any black folks in front of the theater complaining? That was for you. You can't use it, but we can, boy. Huh? Did you see Abraham Lincoln?
No, I didn't see that one, no.
Okay, did you see the butler?
Yeah, I seen that, yeah.
You see how many times they use nigger in that?
Yeah.
As long as white folks is using it, it is okay. Now let me tell you what happened with that. The O.J. Simpson trial. Were you old enough to watch that?
Yeah, I definitely remember that, yeah.
All right. Do you remember when they was chasing him down the highway?
Down the highway, right. White Bronco, yes.
Have you ever been to California, L.A.?
One time.
No. Well, if you saw the highway is crowded 24 hours a day, right?
Right.
You know why wasn't nobody on that highway that day? They shut that highway down 2 hours before the chase. Did you hear me?
Wow.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Huh? Did you see the people up on the balcony waving for Jay? Go, Jay, go. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was coming that way, huh? Did you see him with the signs? You my man, OJ? Huh?
Wow.
Where the signs come from? Huh? The chase just started. Where the signs? Here's what happened. When the trial started, huh? When the trial started, okay? You remember the lead homicide detective, Mark Furman?
Mark Furman, yeah.
You see, when you get good. It's hard to lose a case in America if you got good lawyers. First, my daughter's a brilliant lawyer, right? You hear me?
Yeah.
Brilliant lawyer. She's not with the firm, but she works for the city of New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if she wasn't with a firm, I wouldn't hire her to defend me. Why? Because here's the trick. First you finish law school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you go get a master's, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go get a doctor's. The doctor's degree you get in law is military justice. Why? When you walk in the courtroom, you're doing a battle. If I got people that don't know that,
wow.
when you do a battle, sometimes you retreat, then come back. Sometimes you bring a witness on that sound like they're doing you damage, right?
Right.
See how it works?
Yeah, you're right.
Now, what do they say? They have to find you guilty beyond what?
Reasonable doubt.
Now, they didn't say, did you do it, right?
Wow.
If you seen where poor folks ain't got no money, and 10 people standing on the corner saw this dude shoot and kill this guy. They got a camera that got it. He go to court with no lawyer. The judge plead him not guilty, right?
Right.
And then set a trial date, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if I got to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, do you know what kind of odds you got, man? All I've got to do is swing 1 out of 12. Are you crazy? You hear what I just said?
Yeah.
1, 2 out of 12. That's why the white boy play his game. If you're a baseball player, if you batting 300, you're superstar, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that means 700 balls you didn't even see. See how the game works?
Yeah.
700 balls, you don't even know if they threw them. 700. Now, so all we do now is I'll bring you in because you make your living being consultants to lawyers, right?
Mm.
So I had a case in New York where the mob had a sting they did on entertainers and athletes. This was what? 40 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in L.A., and I get this letter. Comes to me. The first thing I said, who knows where to get me? Who knows I'm in this club? And it comes to the hotel, right? So I open it up, and there's a lady in New York telling me that I'm the father of her baby. Well, first thing I do, because I was ignorant, I tore it up and threw it away. And so 6 months later, I'm in New York City at the Blue Angel. Saturday morning, a knock comes on my door. right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, who is it? He said, police. NYPD. So I opened the door. Did Gregory? Yep. He said, you're under arrest. Put your jacket on, put handcuffs on me. I said, for what? So you find out when you get to the station. So we get downstairs, and they take me to the subway and put me on the train. Now, I find out later, these cops is part of the trick, but they doing this on their off day, so they don't have a police car, right?
Wow.
So I get down to the station, and they tell me what the charge is. So I make one phone call to my manager. He gets down to the station and brings a lawyer in. That at the end of the whole ordeal, I paid an attorney about $800,000. Okay. Now watch this now. So the bond is up. I go to work. My manager asked me. He said, "You know, what did you? How long you been?" I don't know nothing about this, man. I didn't find out what they're talking about till I walked. Now, here's what money will do. Yeah. The white lawyer, one of the big firms in New York, said to me, is she white or black? I said, I don't know. I don't know who she is. It doesn't matter. So then they start putting the case together, right? They hired private detectives. Well, this firm ain't never worked on a black case before, so they didn't know you can't have white private detectives going in a black neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't know none, so the private detective firm that they use subcontracted. So black private detective, what did that mean? That meant that I'm paying two people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now she don't know the guy that moved in with her, that's living with her and taking her all over the world. He works for my law, right? So she's saying everything. She's just so glad she's living the good life, right? Never lived like this. And every week I got to go into New York and we listen to the tapes, right? So at one point she said on the tapes, she said, yeah, if the guy at District, so what they go, 47 and whatever, knew I'm mentioning this to you, I would be in serious trouble. Now here's what we find out. The mob got two sets. They got the black sting and the white sting. From Sammy Davis to Frank Sinatra. But they pay off because they don't want the bad publicity. Remember, back then, it ain't like it is now. Nobody care what you do. You know how many gays was in Hollywood that would never tell it because their career would be over? And so consequently, he's talking, so he turns the tape in, and here's what my attorney says. He says, I got something I got to, because I'm your lawyer, I have to explain this to you. Or I could be disbarred from holding information for my client. He said, what? See, these tapes we're going to listen to is where she's talking about a certain captain in a certain district. And the people tell me, now, I don't believe it. I don't believe what I'm thinking tell you can happen in America. The private detectives that we hired said to me, if you go by 42nd district, now that's not the district, whatever, and play this for Captain so-and-so, he'll kill her. So my attorney said to me, this cannot be the America I know. I don't even believe this. But as your attorney, I have to ask you, do you want me to play this for the captain? I said, I don't know this woman. I don't give a damn about her, man. But when I first hired you, you asked me, was she black or white? And I believe if she was white, you wouldn't give me that alternative. So let's proceed with the trial. Okay? And so it goes on and on and on, and everybody comes in. Remember that no Frank Sinatra come in and say, they all do this, Mr. Gregory. This is a scam. They all do it. Just pay off. $600,000? No, man. We going to court. And then they told me something that was mean, man. They told me that nobody have ever won one of these cases in the state of New York. You know why?
Why?
If a woman sues you for being the father of her child, and you go to court and win it, right? You can never say another man is the father of your child. Well, that's double jeopardy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they showed me cases of billionaires, man. Here's a guy with the father's business, and he went to the military, crawled upon a hand grenade, and that whole part was blown out. A woman accused him of fathering a child. He had no testicles, no penis, no nothing. He went to court and lost the case. You know why?
Why?
If the state of New York says that's not your child, you can't say nobody else is. That child becomes the ward of New York. Now hear me, man. That's not welfare, huh? New York got to take care of that child until that child is 21 years old, huh? And that's why they was explaining to me nobody can win one of these cases. I said, well, I just go to jail for the rest of my life, huh? And so we go, and the trial starts, and they brilliant, man. These attorneys that's hustling with the mob are so brilliant. They say, well, if you have to have a witness, you have to have a witness that go back to the hotel, and you have to have a witness that leaves so her credibility is not tainted. That's what happened. They said, well, him and his writer, we went back to the hotel, and he had a suite, and Mr. Saunders had a suite, and my friend was with him, and I was with so-and-so, and then about 4 o'clock in the morning, I went over and told Mary I got to go. Because I got a baby, I got to get dressed. So she leaves, okay? And she called. Now you got to prove that she was there, okay? All night. She said, so at 7 in the morning, I get up there, and I call the Beverly Hotel, and I asked for Mary so-and-so. And I'm sitting there, and I heard something my lawyer didn't hear, man. I said, I don't believe she's saying this. Lawyer, what do you think? I said, I don't believe she's saying this. You can't call my hotel room and ask for somebody who's not registered, and they ring the room. And then I found out why I had to pay that lawyer so much money. And he was so brilliant. When it came his time to examine her friend, he said, Miss So-and-so, let me apologize to you. I said, sometimes you think because you've been to the best schools, you live in the better neighborhoods, your children go to good schools, you think you're not part of this racist thing. And I just found out during this trial I am. I looked at you on that stand, and I didn't see a human being. Huh? I saw a Negro woman that I wouldn't give the time of the day to. And right behind you is an American flag. And I got to looking at that flag and looking at you. And the more I looked at the flag and the more I saw you, I realized you was an American citizen and a human being. And so I asked you, I apologize and asked you, would you forgive me? And then he just went on for an hour asking her, and let's go over this again. Let's go over this again. And about an hour later, he said, now, you're at 4 o'clock in the morning, you called the hotel. Right? Was that the Beverly Hilton? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where'd you get the number? He said, I asked the operator for the number. Okay? And then when he picked up, what you do? I asked for Mary. I hear some noise. Is that my phone or yours?
Yeah, good. That's my phone. I'm sorry.
Okay. So he said, and you asked for so-and-so. Yeah. And they punch you in, right?
Yeah.
And then he went crazy, man. He said, do you know you cannot call a hotel and ask for somebody that's not registered and they know what room to rent? She went crazy on the stand, man. She cussed him and called him white houses and, wouldn't give. And the judge got so outraged, he forgot. And he dropped all charges against me and said, y'all better leave this courtroom quickly before I had y'all arrested. I'm the only one in the history of New York that's won one of those cases, okay? And so I say this to say, when you sit and think about, here's a brother that died from a chokehold, right?
Right.
Now, do you think in the history of New York, one of them white, ignorant, ungodly, piece of filth have ever choked hold a mafia guy? Do you? The mob who kills people, who kills one another, you think they've ever been choked hold by a white New York cop? So they know who they can do that to and get by with. The only thing they didn't know that somebody there was filming it, right? And you cannot the mayor's embarrassed, the police is embarrassed, the police chief is embarrassed, and then they find out this guy who did it. The city paid $30,000 because he went on trial for doing this to somebody else, and they settled. They settled. He's still on the police department. Then he got some other cases pending on him.
The same guy who choked the guy to death.
The same guy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
They can do that because they know you ain't liberated, huh? You think more of your car than your dead mama that just been shot 40 times.
So give us, what advice do you, what should we do? What do you think our move should be?
Look. Anytime you're willing to go to war and kill people that you don't even know, and then come back here and somebody killed your mama, and you come to the funeral and go back to the front line, I wouldn't even talk to you. Huh? Are you serious? I wouldn't even talk to you. See, we always think we can run and do something on them. If you have a son or daughter that want to be a doctor because you a doctor, that don't qualify them to be a doctor. They got to go through grade school, high school, and certain systems you take. Then you got to take a test. Now, you will ask me what you can do? Huh? No way, man. That's the problem. Black community. There are no black communities in America. But a community is where you control your cops, you control your education, you control your banking, you control everything. That's a community. White folks live in a community. We live in a neighborhood. And what do you do with a hood? It's something you put over your head when you got something you want to hide. Okay? It's that simple. How many times have you heard black folks say, I went in and taught this white boy, and now he's my boss, huh? And then you look at who we dealing with. A white woman didn't get the right to vote till 1921. She came over on the boat with the boy. That's his mama, his girlfriend, his sister, huh? His niece. Do you realize what we dealing with, man? His mama. Do you realize that 13, 14, 15 men gave black slaves the right to vote? Now, they didn't give it to us, but legally we had the right to vote before his own mama had the right to vote. Okay? This is who we dealing with, huh? This is who we dealing with. And we just keep on dealing, smiling. My mother bought me Christmas toys, my other brothers and sisters, and then told me a white man brought them to me. He a white boy that ain't coming in no black ghetto after midnight. Once he gets there, he's too fat to get through the chimney. And once he comes out of the chimney, he got black soot on. And we buy that crap, huh? Can you imagine Jews having a holiday where they tell their children Hitler and the Nazis brought them these toys? So where do you go? Huh? You got to go all the way back. Anytime you tell a child of yours, you got to see children don't hear what you mean, they hear what you say. And anytime you tell a child, you got to be twice as smart as a white person. You know what that child hears? I'm stupid.
What? Wow.
Stupid.
Okay.
That's what a child hears. They hear you telling them they are stupid. And anytime, that's why black folks do better when they go to black colleges and stuff. Because the minute they got to take a test with white folks, something wrong because of what they was told when they was a child. Monday, you in New York City.
Yeah.
You take a group of friends with you to traffic court in New York City, and 98% of the people there are black. New York is not 99% black folks. And if I'm doing this much speeding, how come I don't see myself flying past white folks?
Right, okay.
You know, New York City, people brag about Harlem and all of that. You can't go to New York City and get a cab, huh? If the president, the most powerful human being in the world, went to New York City today by himself and stood on a corner, white cabs and black cabs were passing by, huh? Okay? Listen to me, the most powerful man on the planet. You had a black man thinking. He didn't change it, huh? Is that kind of scary? You know how easy it is to change that? You want me to tell you how easy it is to change it?
Yeah.
Let's say that you the mayor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you bring in a group of cops, decoy cops, right? And we go out as teams, okay? And we plant white folks out there on the corner like they're ordinary customers. And we let the cameras roll and see they got there after you did, huh? And that cab will go past you and get them. Now, they got it on film. They got it. Block, you ever see when they set up a traffic sting, you go past it, and then the cops drag you down a half a block down the road?
Right, yeah.
You do the same thing to the cab drivers. You tell them, we got your film. You give them a ticket. Ticket costs $300. You suspend it for 3 days. The second time you get busted, you do not have the right to get license to drive a cab in New York for the rest of your life. Now let's find out. You love your family, you got to pay the note and send them to school more than you hate me, huh? See how easy it is?
Yeah.
Now you tell me a black man who qualifies to be mayor of New York couldn't figure that out? Huh? You have one? You have one?
Mm-hmm.
You see Bloomberg today, your ex-man?
Yeah.
When they said no more planes can go to Israel, you saw that, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how much that costs Israel a day, all the business people that fly in there and fly out? Didn't you see Bloomberg go to the airport to tell people how safe it is, huh? So that's what we're talking about. So when you go back and ask me, to ask somebody, we still got this black and yellow thing, huh? Do you know, man? When I grew up, I'm around these Christian folks, right? I hear black folks saying, oh, Mary got some good hair. So are you telling me God make good hair, bad hair, food, huh? Is this what you're telling me? My hair wasn't made by Sears and Roebuck, huh? Or the Rockefeller First National Bank. My hair was made by the same universal God that made the moon, the sun, and the whole universal order. But I've been reduced down to believing that white folks said, well, y'all look like gorillas. Well, wait a minute. So I'd like for you to do this, huh? You got any real white friends you're close to?
Nah.
Okay. Do you have any friends that have any white friends?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get with them one day and do this test. Take a white dude that's 6 foot, right?
Mhm.
You take a brother that's 5'7", right?
Mhm.
And stand them next to each other, and my legs is longer than his. Okay? See, black folks have long legs and short bodies. Okay? White folks have long bodies and short legs. That's why I look like a hoodlum. The coat I wear came off the rack, was made for white folks. That coat don't fit right on me. Okay? Now, watch this now. Long legs I have. And that's why I'm a good athlete. Ain't got nothing to do with genetics. Huh? My legs is longer. This white boy, 6'3", and I'm 5'7", and my legs is longer than his. Now we know that gorillas, that's why I say go look at it. Gorillas have short legs and long bodies. Monkeys have short legs. Gorillas and monkeys have hair all over their body. You ever got a naked black man and a naked white man together and you got the hair all over their body? Black men and next to a gorilla. Gorillas got thin lips, man. Their mouth is just cut long, They got thin lips. White boys got thin lips, man. So when you put that together, who qualifies to be the gorilla? Not me. But I can convince you to go against universal genetics, Universal genetics. I grew up, man, black men, they hear black men saying, yeah, man, I want you to meet this sister I'm going to be with tonight. And she black, but she fine. Oh, you don't say that when you're talking about a yellow woman. You ever heard the word, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice?
Yeah.
I got to justify the color of a woman who happened to be the same color as my mother? And you ask, what can we do? You don't qualify. A friend of mine, real close, man, real close. 2 PhDs called me and said, man, you have to come to Dallas and help me. I'm hooked to crack. I said, I can't help you. I ain't never smoked a reefer. He said, you go all over the world helping people. I said, I bet if that doctor would have told you you had a brain tumor, you wouldn't call me to come to Dallas and cut your head open. This is a game. You know, I used to hear the old black folks say, a horrible crime took place. You know what they say? I hope it wasn't a Negro. You ever heard black folks say that?
Right, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, Christian. Who did you hope it was? A Jew? Irish Catholic? I didn't hear you say, I hope it didn't happen, Now, how do you move that junk around, When America decided they wanted to go to outer space, right, they didn't get folks that loved America. They went around the world and brought in some of the best minds money could buy. So we think, walk down the street, there's a black person, standing on the corner in my neighborhood selling drugs. Wait a minute, that ain't a white boy or a white woman. This is a Negro born, came out of a black woman's belly, had little bitty feet, little bitty eyes, like every other baby, and grew up, and now he's here in the neighborhood selling drugs, and mama won't come out and say, son, see, it's not my job to tell my son he got to stop dealing with drugs. I can tell him, but I don't have the power. I'm not a law enforcement. I can't make him stop. A cop can arrest him. But you can go on that corner and say, mother and father, boy, you didn't come from me, you came through me. Mama, get out the way, don't make me kill me, son. I would never kill a child of mine. But you will kill me if you think I'm going to stand here and let you all these old women and men coming down, okay, to get their arthritis medicine, to get their heart medicine, got to pass a thug like you who they scared of? Huh? White folks bring the drugs in this country. Why don't you go out and attack your neighborhood? Now, what am I saying? Huh? 99% of all mafia is Italian, but 99% of all Italians not mafia. Now, y'all figure that crap out, okay? All right? Go out there and see if you would sell some drugs in the white community where the people are bringing it in, okay? This is a game.
So, brother Dick Gregory, can we ever live in peace? No, saying what you said, can the black people and white people, do you see us living in harmony with each other? Or is this a cat and mouse game that just doesn't seem to stop?
You been ever been in the military?
Say that again?
Were you ever in the military?
No.
Well, let's say you were, right?
Right.
And let's say you go to Iraq, right?
Uh-huh.
You ain't over there trying to live in peace, huh? Huh? That's your enemy, right?
Right.
So why you want to live in peace with here when every major law that's passed against you is passed by white racists, huh? White supremacy system. Why would you ask that? You think an Indian would say, can we live in peace with our white brother, huh?
Okay.
That's what happens when you're not liberated. Let me tell you something, Matt. Did you ever see the Lone Ranger in Tonto?
Yes.
Okay. The Lone Ranger called the Indian Tonto, right? And the Indian called the Lone Ranger Kimosabe, right?
Uh-huh.
In Spanish, Kimosabe means the learned one. In Spanish, Tonto means the stupid one, huh? You got this ignorant white boy, billionaire, that owns the Washington Redskins, okay? And he won't change the name, huh? But if that was a Jew or making fun of the Catholic Church, huh? If they had symbols of the Catholic priest ripping off little boys' booty, it wouldn't be tolerated, huh? But he can do that, and I think 99% of black folks that live in Washington, D.C. are Red Sox fans. Can you believe that, man? Let me tell you something. Bob Marley, one of the kindest, nicest, brilliant minds that ever lived on the planet. His office called my office and wanted me, this was 40 years ago, offered me $50,000 to be his opening act at Harvard University. And I turned it down. Okay? And so his office called and said, why? They said, I don't know, Dick don't want to discuss it. Bob Marley gets on the plane, man, and fly to Boston, where I live. And humbled himself and asked me why you don't want to work with me. And I said, because you did a song called Buffalo Soldiers. How could you honor some insane black thugs, ignorant black folks that let white folks send them west to kill the buffalo to starve the Indians to death? Okay? He said, I didn't know that. I said, my grandmother didn't know it, but you know what? She ain't no genius. When I did the research, man, I found out the buffalo come from Asia, man. And at one time, there was over 300 million buffaloes in America, right? You hear me?
Yes.
And so this is what I'm saying. No, you still responsible. And so when you look at what they call them, the Washington Redskins, right? Okay, now let me tell you where that word comes from, then we'll get back to the brother they choked, okay? They said in America, a good engine is a dead engine, okay? And it was a bounty on Indians. Kill them and bring them in, and we will pay you. Okay? So Then they was bringing in so many, the government said, okay, as of tomorrow, 12 noon, we're only paying for the Indians' heads. We ain't got no place to put all these bodies. Okay? You remember the Indian head nickel?
Yeah.
You remember the axe, the dime that had the hatchet on it?
Yeah.
That's the hatchet they used to cut off the Indian's head. Okay?
Wow.
Wait a minute now. Hold it. So now they brought in so many heads, man. They said, okay. The only head we're gonna pay for have to have a little red skin. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Now, that's where the word red skin came from.
Right.
Now, hundreds of thousands of black folks escaped from slavery and ran to the Indian reservation, and the Indians wouldn't let them folks come up there, not here. And we don't even think about mentioning them in prayer on Thanksgiving, and they the ones invented Thanksgiving, huh? This filth you want to go to just because it's your mother or your daddy and ask for help? If your mother and daddy never went to school and never learned mathematics, how am I going to get them to put a program together that calls for trigonometry and geometry? That's what we're playing. Okay? So that's a game. And that's why they do to us what they do to us, man. Because they know you will tolerate it. And when you don't tolerate it, they say you're crazy. You know, automatics that live in New York?
Right.
White folks would tell you he's one of the brilliant lawyers in America, huh? But he's crazy. He's crazy. Okay? And so that's what we're looking at. And so when we go back to that brother, huh? This little brother standing on the corner and selling cigarettes. What they call it? What's the word they call the folks?
Lucy's.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Lucy's, huh? And there's a movie coming out this week called Lucy. You heard that?
Yeah.
Front page of the New York of Time magazine talks about Lucy, the first woman on the planet. And you know why she was named Lucy?
Why?
When the guys discovered the skull, they was listening to the Beatles music, Lucy and the Sky Diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Lucy and the Sky Diamonds meant?
Yeah, I heard of them, yes.
Huh?
Wow.
It's drugs. So that's LSD. That's what it is, LSD.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so they know the first human being was this sister. This sister. And so when you stop and think about it, no slave ever broke the chains in less than 5,000 years. The Jews, the Arabs, the French, every slave stayed a slave, a minimum, except us. They couldn't keep us in slavery more than 300 years. Why? Because when he came over there and thought he was stealing a worker, he was stealing a scientist. I built the pyramid, boy. Huh? Okay? Everything you go to Europe and see, you marvel over ideas. Huh? Do you know this planet wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for elevators? Who built the elevator? Black man. Think of his name. Black man. Did the pyramid. This elevator. Do you realize you wouldn't have a building 5 stories tall if it wasn't for elevators? Do you know who invented ice hockey in Canada? Runaway slaves. Huh? Then a white boy named Richard Stanley came and looked at it, and all at once it became the Stanley Cup. Huh? That's who we are. That's who we are.
Mm.
And so anytime you want to let some chump cop, one thing about a cop, when I see a cop, man, I look and I feel sorry for him, Here's a white boy with all the privileges you have in America. You end up being a cop. Well, how ignorant were you? Now, what does that mean? You didn't like me before they gave you a gun. Okay? That's what this is about, man. That's what this is about.
Wow.
So when you stop and think about, now, let me tell you something. See, all at once, after you do it to me for so long, you forget and think you can do it to white folks. You know what changed this planet? 1968, Chicago. If you don't know about it, you need to Google it. The Democratic Convention. And Mayor Daley unleashed them Chicago thug cops on them young white children, man. And the planet ain't been the same since, huh? Did you hear me? The whole world. And before that, the number one sign, bumper sticker you would see is support your local police. 2 weeks after Chicago, you ain't seen another one in signs, huh? You hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me? You haven't seen another one of those signs. And so the problem is white supremacy. White folks don't even know what white supremacy is. White folks don't even know what white supremacy is. And so when you stop and think about Bill Cosby was the darling of white folks, remember?
Right.
He Jello commercials, man. They loved him so much as little white children riding his shoulders, eating tapioca out his ears. Huh? And he made the mistake to say, I want to buy NBC, and NBC was for sale. And white supremacy, what did he say? And the next thing you know, his son was dead. Well, the problem with that was he was on the highway. You remember that story?
Yeah.
Anybody stupid enough to rob somebody on the highway, back in the old days with Wells Fargo, them cars traveling 80, 90 miles an hour, and you going to go on the highway and try to rob somebody? They said he had a flat tire. Well, what Bill knew is that car he bought for his son was an upscale Mercedes. It got a flat, it changed its own tire. Huh? Now, one day we got to ask this question. How did Bill Cosby's son get killed and Bill can't do no more Jell-O commercials? Had you thought about that?
No, I didn't, no.
Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what we tolerate, man. That's what we tolerate, huh? And when will it stop? First you got to understand. First you have to understand it. So those are the games. So you go back to this brother and just thank God there's a universal law. Universal law. Here's a brother standing there with a camera. Now you could have had a sketch. Is my time up? Because I keep hearing all this stuff sound like whistles and shit going.
Yeah, it's fire sirens. It is New York City, so there's all types of stuff going on.
Okay, speaking of that, let me tell you how the universe works. When you're a little boy and you just born, black, white, whatever color, you ain't no racist. If you black, you can never be a racist. You know why?
What?
I can dislike you because you're Jewish. I can dislike you because you're Italian. I can dislike you because you're African. Racism means the ability to control somebody else's fate and destiny. Okay. I don't know a black person in America that controls some white person's fate and destiny without the consent of that person. And if I'm doing it, it's a crime, so I can go to jail. And so what I'm saying is, when you sit and let white folks say, well, let's reverse racism. Oh, come on, white folks, stop making games. How come you can hate me straightforward, but when you say I'm doing it to you, I got to do it backwards, huh? And so now, let me say to you, to the listeners, you know, and everybody listening of sane mind know what happened to black folks in America, right?
Right.
Slaves, beat, raped, castrated, lynched, cut the baby out the belly, and yet, with all of that, when we got free, white folks looked at me, and they didn't see no zombie. They saw such a wonderful spirit. I'm the one that was nanny to their children. Can you imagine that, man?
Ooh, that's deep, brother. That's deep.
I'm the one that cooked their food, and they didn't have guards watching me. They would go to work, go to town, they'd leave me with the children on vacation. That's who we are. Huh? We ain't thugs and pimps and hustlers. Huh? That's what they saw after slavery. Huh? But they want to make everybody think I'm this criminal. I'm this and I'm that. But I'm the one that black titty go into that newborn white baby's mouth and give them milk, huh?
That's deep, brother. I never thought of it exactly like that. That's amazing, brother. That is when you wrap it up like that. Yeah. Okay, I got it.
And anytime black or white is stupid enough to give a baby cow's milk, then go find a cat that would have kittens and go find a dog that they would give the kittens dog milk, huh? If you don't have to worry about this thing's over, man. This is over. How long can my mother be a nanny for white children before they become me? That's what you're looking at now. The loud hats, the loud colors, going by jeans that's already tore up. What do you think that's about, huh? And you know why the Chinese, as powerful as they are, okay, why they still hate the Japanese. Because that invasion in 1933, when China was invaded by the Japanese, you know what they told the Japanese? What? When you go over there, don't look for the old men in the military. Every young boy you see with a tattoo on, blow their brains out. Tattoo represents revolution. Huh? Did you hear what I said?
Yeah. Tattoo represents revolution. Yeah.
Y'all had something there last night in Brooklyn. I've been on the phone all day calling researchers all over the world. The biggest thing that happened in America, in the world last night, happened in Brooklyn.
What was that?
White folks woke up and saw a white American flag, bleached white, up on the Brooklyn.
Right.
Can't figure, wait a minute. They can't figure out how it got there. With all them police, huh? With all the federal government, with all the trillions of dollars we've spent, y'all should be fighting for your life to know. Or did it come from another planet, huh? What happened?
Wow.
Who got up there in New York City that got cameras all over everywhere? Y'all got New York City, you got FBI and CIA who have infiltrated the New York Police Department. And nobody know what happened last night.
So did it come from another planet? Brother, you know everything, so did it come from another planet?
Oh, no, ain't nobody. Don't need no another planet. But
where did that come from? Yeah.
You think I would figure that out for them on your radio show? Let them figure it out.
Right.
Let them figure it out. Let them do the same thing they're going to do with the film that we saw, that chokehold, and they're going to try to say it wasn't one.
Okay.
It wasn't one. And let's try the universe work. We got a film of the brother being choked to death, but ain't nobody got no film of somebody going on top of that building, putting that flag.
Putting the flag, right, yeah.
So that's what, and so again,
Well,
you are.
I'm gonna tell you, our hour is about up, but I want to thank you once again for coming on the show. When I seen the story and I could, and I seen the video and just so many people concerned and talking about it all over social media and on the television and in the streets. And I said, and I got so many phone calls saying, man, you got to talk to the brother Dick Gregory about this. We need to hear his opinion. We need to just hear his voice. Because, the voices we hear on TV isn't the right voice. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have any children?
Not yet.
Well, every black and white person, particularly black and had children, should buy that film and show it to them from the time they're a child. But you don't have to show it to them. When I was a little boy, you know what I wanted for Christmas?
What?
More than anything, a fire truck. I ain't never wanted a police car, and that's before I knew what some police was doing. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
I come here with universal law, huh? And I ain't never, probably my father, somebody was a cop, I might want a cop car, huh? But I ain't never heard nobody, I ain't never went in a store and see during the Christmas time just stacks of cop cars. It's fire trucks they want. Fire trucks they want. And any time I hear a siren going down the street since I was a little child, I say a prayer. I don't say a prayer for fire trucks. I say a prayer for fire trucks and cops. But I never thought I'd have to see the day that I would say to the universal God, bless that cop and his family and bless where he's going. Huh? Bless where he's going. I can't hear a siren that I don't stop and say that universal prayer.
Wow.
And so, again, I thank you and thank the family and thank all your listeners. Love you. Anytime you want me, just call me Lillian.
I got you, brother. I thank you once again. This is Brother Rich, Underground Railroad, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Love you. Thank you.
All right.